invincible.
Good morning and welcome to MIGHTYOX Trading. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's had a great night, ready for a great day. Whoops. Sorry about the AI that was running. That shouldn't have been running. Anyway, we've had quite the interesting night, as supposedly there's a memo coming out sometime today or tomorrow that's going to end the war. And because of that, markets went wild. I like my markets just a little on the wild side. What about a pullback now? But ES started off at the low of 72.84, got all the way up, which is this is of course an all-time high, to 73.66. So I believe that's 82 points in range. NQ. Try to see the lines. Hold on. Give me a second. NQ. Low. 243. High. 634. Almost 400 points in range. Pulling back a little bit right now. Copper moved up all night as well. That might even be an all-time high. Lots of points there. Or ticks. Even the Ultra Bond was all happy and gay. About a point and a quarter. Gold, big move up. Almost 200 points. I think about 180. Crude, big move down. About 14 points in range. And Bitcoin's also happy, sitting at 82.4. So that it, folks, is where we sit, stand, or whatever body posture you're choosing to take today as we navigate what should be an interesting day. Scheduled news today. U.S. ADP employment change coming up in 13 minutes. That's it, besides crude oil inventories. The question is, will this euphoria continue, or will we come back down and trickle down all day? These are the questions we ask. These are the questions we want answers to. I write songs that make... Our ATR right now on the 1 minute chart is 15, which is a number we usually see not until after the bell rings. So we're navigating some, definitely some, whatever I'm trying to say. Volatility. Hey, SK, how you doing? Seeing a potential bounce here on the 1. What are you trying to short into the upward momentum? Yeah. I get into that. That's been one of my problems in the past. Something I've been working on breaking, where I just expect, I get this bias where I just expect it to pull back, or it could be the other way. It could be going, down, 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 and I keep trying to long. And I've been trying to break myself of that because there's an old saying that the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So, it just. Yeah, once the war news came out, the market didn't want to come down. We're falling back down. Crude's pushing up some. I think this is just correction now, finally. We've come down almost 200, well, about 160 points from the high as we continue to drop here in NQ. ES and the Dow are dropping as well, as is gold. Everything's dropping besides crude. It's kind of interesting how much, crude's bounced almost 4 points. Took the long a regular NQ, but probably on the wrong account. Yep. Or I'm not logged in. Ah, crap, I'm not logged in. Must have lost internet overnight. Ah, good, it logged me right in. I thought I was going to have to go find my credentials. So let's see if this can move up any. I already missed my target. It gave me 10 points and I wasn't there for it because I was logging in.
Connection lost.
Well, it's not going with any velocity as it fights 500 here. Took it off for break even. 1 minute shows it's pulling back down. Might go back up, but I wasn't going to play with it. Do have news coming up in 5 minutes. Morning, JJR. How are you on this wild and wacky Wednesday? We're going to try that trade again. That must have ended well for you, JJR. Since like just yesterday we hit 29,000 and now we're almost we're closer to, I mean sorry, 28,000, now we're close to 29,000. Let's see if I got greedy there. It offered 10 points and I didn't take it. And I do have a blue candle forming on the 5 as well. Blue candle went away and now my trade's underwater. Oh damn it, really? Pulls back, yep. Well, hell. Oh, I turned a 10-point winner into a 15-point loser. Good job on me. Thought that was going to continue, and down we come. No biggie. Morning, Hassan. Now, I like it, again, trying to push out, but the only news of the morning is about the pop, so I'm going to stay on. And glad, well, now, wow, whip down here. Wow. All right. Crude oil popped up back up to 95 really quick. Something must have just happened because the crude oil literally popped over $1. Try to bounce. Oh, this is what dropped it. Trump tells New York Post it's too soon to prep for Iran peace signing. Still can't get any momentum up. Crude still trickling up. Trying again to pop. Blue candle on the 1. I do like this setup on the 5 as well. Both candles closing. That's beautiful, JJR. I'm curious, what made you decide to go long at that time of night? Because I was looking at the chart and I thought we were going to drop because we had already been up a bunch. Obviously, I was wrong. And 482 targets 509, which is the 9 on the 5. A lot of numbers there. Hey, Cryptocon, how you doing? Taking that trade off there for 19 points. I would have got my original target, which was the 9 on the 5 at 509. But I'm okay with where I got out. Gold spiking. Crude pulling back again. Gold pushing up. Sorry, got to a couple of conversations there off of here. I have 34 funded and two, three evals currently active. I tend to start the morning though at just one eval as I get warmed up. Now maybe I should stop that because I do good. That yesterday I did really good when I was doing that, and then when I switched to the fundeds, I went red. Hello, JDT. I have three strategies at this point. One's a mean reversion, one's a reversal, and one's a with momentum or with trend. Since the market's kind of sideways here for a few minutes, I can quickly rotate through them. Okay, so here is my 5-minute chart. Let me find a good example. Okay, so with momentum, I'm looking for these blue candles, which are engulfing candles that are above the 9, preferably touching the 9. So this breaks above the 9, take it. If it pulls back to the 9, take it. Same with the purples going down. Now my mean reversion plays, when you see these blue shaded areas, if we're short coming down, I'm looking for a long, especially with a blue candle. So like there, this one failed. This one worked up to the 9. My first target is always the 9. So, if it's already at the 9, well, that becomes the with momentum trade. And then the other one is, you see these, they're supposed to be bells, but the bells don't show up. So you can see how I got these indicators that this is when the RSI down here separates by more than 15. It starts giving that, so I start looking for a reversal, and the goal is to go long on the first opposite candle. So red, 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 green, long. Red, red, red. Now here, the first green didn't work. Second one kind of did. Third one definitely did. Those are my three main strategies. Hey, Moxie, good morning. You're welcome. Always feel free to ask any questions. We're a tight-knit group here, and we like to help one another and have some fun while trading. And Q pulling down here a little bit. Q trying to push up on the 1. I'm getting a single bell on the 1. David, good morning. Sitting at about 470 here as we're a little less than an hour from the bell. Headlines going back and forth about the war. And further down. Down goes NQ. I agree, JR. I think it is too. Which, I mean, after yesterday, I kind of liked the idea of crazy, but yet not too crazy. Yeah, that's correct. No gold on Apex, which is ridiculous. AMD. AMD earnings adjusted EPS 1.37, expected was 1.28, revenue 10.25 billion, estimate was 9.89 billion. Sales in quarter two, revenue 10.9 billion to 11.5 billion. Adjusted operating income 2.54 billion versus 2.41 billion estimate. So yeah, looks like they did. Oh wow. Still trickling down here on NQ, but it has come down to a trickle. But our ATR in the 1 minute is still 15, which is, obviously rare. I think yesterday at this time our ATR was 6. ATR in the 5 minute chart is up to 32. Let's go check an AMD chart. AMD Advanced Micro Devices. Boom. Okay, I do have pre-market on here. Now let's go to a 5 minute. Ooh, it's pulled back a bunch, but wow, that move up. Right there's its earnings, and boom. Interesting how it shot down the first minute or so and then just shot up. Wow, when earnings first came out, it actually went down $19 and then came back up. Yeah, I actually pay for the real-time stock stuff. So yeah, I have 408.75 right now. What are we great jobbing me on, Jay? I didn't take this trade. I was just looking at it. This is on AMD. I don't trade expensive stocks. Well, thank you, Jay. I wonder how many stops it hit when it nosedived like that before going wild. Good morning, Ron. We're still floating down here. I agree, JJR could. Morning, John. Little bounce up here on AQ. Nice pop here. Very nice pop here. This might be popping on the news that the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson says Iran is reviewing U.S. proposal and will convey its views to Pakistan. I mean, I don't consider that a positive. I consider that very neutral, but maybe they okay. So maybe they do as well as they just gave that entire candle one on the 1 minute back. 10 minutes to the top of the hour. Hey, Trades Buy, how's it going? Another little pop. Hey, JC, how you doing? Doing all right? Yeah, I don't know what this is about. This whole, I mean, it got down to like 40 degrees here last night, and it's May 6th. Wait till you see a forecast for snow flurries or something. And out in Denver, they had to cancel the Mets Rockies game because of snow. Right back down then, Q. So we're interested to see if we trickle down all day or we start buying at the open or what craziness happens. Gonna try the long here on the eval. More than ace. Wow, jumps in right into a trade. There we go. That's a good move. Going for 20 points here. Let's see if I get it. I'm happy there. That's 17 and a half points. I'm starting to think I'm doing this wrong. I take trades for the first, half hour to an hour on evals to warm up, and I've been green the last 2 days. Now, yesterday I went red once I started trading the funded accounts. Maybe I need to trade the fundeds the first hour. Glad I got out what I did though. Whoosh. Whoosh, there it is. Whoosh, there it is. Tries to bounce again. Gold still turning up. Turn up for what? Reminder this Friday, which is 2 days from now, I am doing an overnight stream. 2:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. CNQ coming up with a blue candle on the 1. You don't see it on the 5, of course. Switch to the 1. There's that little blue candle. Trying to get above the 9. Wow. All right, another whooshy whoosh. It's going to be one of these days, huh? And look, this is interesting. I mean, This tries to get up there, whoosh. Get up there, whoosh. Get up there, whoosh. Get up there, whoosh. Iran's ISNA says parts of the Axios report are speculation. I assume that means about ending the war. Crude oil started the day over 100, dropped all the way down to 88, back up to 95. What do you guys think? Will we get back to 100 today? We also have crude oil inventories today. So. Senior Iran MP says Axios texts more an American wish than reality. U.S. would not gain anything in losing war that they have not gained ground in face-to-face talks. Iran is not discussing the nuclear issue. Crude back above 96. I mean, I almost think I should just go short now and just, I think we're going to short all day now. And we're already down to 400. Hey, USC, how are you? The U.S. plan contains ambitious and unrealistic proposals. Tries to bounce. Fails at it. Tries again. That was a nice pop there. Morning tail. And again, that pop gets knocked down. But will it get up again? Or will it keep it down? Tries to pop again. Trying along again. Trying along again. Just can't wait to try along again. The life I love is trading with my friends. Pull back. I ended up, oh man, I only got 3 points out of that. It gave me as much as 10, and I only got 3. I was looking for 15. And again, the pattern holds right back down. Excuse me. Hiccup with weird squeaking sounds. What do we think at the bell, guys? Red or green for the first 5-minute candle? Oops. And there's Ms. Melody. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm just getting things loaded up, taking a peek at the overnight. I kind of thought we had news this morning, but maybe
We did.
I was
Well, we did
mistaken
it in
on
the
that.
middle of the night. They
Okay.
they claimed that there was going to soon be a one-page memo coming out to end the war. But now, over the past hour or so, it's come out that Iran says this is partially, at least partially false, and that there's provisions that we will not agree to. So we've seen things come down. But yeah, NQ and ES blew up the overnight high. I mean, to all-time highs, well above what we saw yesterday. Crude shot down all the way down to 88, and is already back up to 96 now. So yeah, it's been
Wow.
wild, and could be wild today because of this.
That's crazy. I'm not surprised by indices because it's been doing this for a while. But the oil going back down to 88 is kind of crazy. Just feel like, I don't know. Although I guess that's where it was probably a week or so ago. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm just like I'm curious how much longer they'll just go back and forth with these headlines.
Yeah. Part of me thinks they're just going to short all day now because it can't. Every time it's tried to pop, it gets beaten right back down over the last hour or so. And I mean, it popped thinking that the war was just about over, and now more headlines are coming out that there's a lot that says it's not. So
Yeah, I could definitely see it. Honestly, I think even institutions don't love trading all-time highs because it's just a little bit of a different price action, or I don't know. Of course, if they're making the all-time highs, I guess it's irrelevant. So,
It is May 6th, and I'm sitting here shivering because I refuse to turn the heat on because it's May 6th.
I'm running heat and air every single day, basically. And it's really the worst. I do feel like usually it's not this far
Hmm.
into the spring. But I think we actually froze overnight. I think it got down to like 29.
Wow. Well, at least it didn't snow. Denver,
Oh, no
that
kidding.
they had to cancel a baseball game for snow. I
That's insane.
mean, that happens sometimes in April, but I don't think I've ever seen it like later than like April 20th in Denver.
Mhm.
Two minutes till the bell.
If you want to be sharing your screen, I don't see
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something.
All right, guys, let's get ready to rumble. Could be an interesting day. No news besides crude oil inventories today, but well, besides the whatever might come out. I've told you before, Ace, you can't tag the whole country. Not everybody watches. Down hard, 40 points. Down 50. I could really see this going back down to 28,000
I mean, and why not 27,000? Like it's
today.
just
Sure. And as I say that, it bounces 30 points up.
it's just one of those things of like as fast as we saw it go up, I don't know, honestly, stuff comes down twice as fast usually.
What is the saying? Stairs up and elevator down.
Yeah.
Although that move from 27,000 to 28,000 was faster than the stairs. It was at least an escalator. Coal trying to push up. Crude kind of pushing up. And Q's red on this candle, but not very red at this point. Israel was unaware that Trump was supposedly nearing an Iran deal. It's preparing for escalation and conflict.
Okay. This is the problem with the three-party war, and they're not talking to each other.
Now, surprisingly, we're seeing NQ pop. And actually, on this 5-minute candle now, we're green on crude and the indices. Well, I don't know. I have YM covered. But gold's green, so I'm assuming YM is green too. Yep, it is. So let's give it back. Our ATR on the 1-minute chart is 22. So we're opposite of yesterday. We're not dead today.
It's going to take a little bit to get out of this downtrend and the pullback.
$15 on this 5-minute candle, and it looks like we're going to finish green by about 50 points.
Oil just don't. A little bit.
Remember, folks, that dumping oil can cause an ecological catastrophe. Oh, NQ's back up to about 28,450. For those of you that said red for the first candle, you were wrong. For those of you that say green, you were right.
Wow.
I didn't. Glad I did not listen to myself about going short, thinking I was going to short the entire day. We also have a Fed speaker speaking, but that doesn't seem to matter anymore. The Fed speakers don't seem to move the market at all anymore. Unless it's Powell, of course.
Or they have to say something like really specific, like we're definitely raising rates or something like that. Like
Yeah.
something crazy. Which they, of course, would never say. So.
Q's hit a bit of a wall here, pulling back a tad. Purple candle on the one. I don't know if I want to trust it though. Try it on a eval. It doesn't look like it. Oh, hey. It's fighting 400.
So 3 headlines from Muslims speaking right now. 1, inflation is like meaningfully high. 2, beyond tariffs and oil problems, inflation is a problem. And then 3, we might hold rates forever.
just what people want to hear.
But the market didn't react that much.
No,
So.
it's not. And rising back up. Now, a long way to go for the overnight high, which was 634. So we need to go almost 200 more points from here.
Looks like it slowed down a little bit just because there's a fight, a little bit of fight between buyers and sellers.
5-minute chart says we want to go higher based on where the RSI is at and all that. 1-minute chart's unsure, as are the rest of us. There's a push. Big 30-point candle here on the 1 minute. Our ATR is up to 27. All right. To close this candle, our orb will be established. Wow, our orb is 21 and 15, 46. 146 points. Took 11 on a short, 11 points on a short on the eval.
Nice.
But I could have held for my original target. Hit it and then bounced. This could be where we turn around. I don't know for sure, obviously, but I don't know. We'll see.
Lost a little bit of that upward momentum. I mean, I do realize it's trying to go up again, but it's just not quite as forceful as it was.
Yeah, hit 500, hit 501, and then turned around. Oh, never mind. Oh, nope. Right back down again. It's confuggled. I'm trying a short. Probably a mistake. It was right into the 9, and I somehow totally did not notice that.
Going to hop in a gold long here, I think.
It's,
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to.
I exited out of that trade, but I have a feeling it's going to end up working.
Everything says it's going up, except it's going into the first, that first standard
Order
deviation of a
filled.
VWAP.
Yeah. Ah, I
Oops,
should have stayed in. Look at that.
that froze my chart. Well, my NinjaTrader charts, my quant tower is probably fine.
So I'm playing the orb trade on Volanox. I entered off that red candle that came back inside the orb. We'll see if it falls. Although I probably should have just taken it for the 30 points it just offered before it bounced. I hate that. Shot down to 427 there.
On like big NQ,
Yeah.
went down to 406 on.
419 is where it actually shut down to. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Because MNQ went down to like 406.
Yeah, it's weird how those are totally disconnecting lately.
And it seems to be especially on like the really fast moves. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Trying to decide where it wants to go now. Pulling back. Morning, Jay. Yep, bouncing back up. Oop. Burst up.
Order filled.
Yeah, yeah.
Gold long is looking good.
And I got stopped out on that orb trade.
Dang.
Tradeify has announced the new Grand Cup. Round one starts May 17th. You get 5 days to get your balance as high as possible. You're only allowed 1 mini or 10 micros. And the top 1,000 traders with the highest balance wins. Round two, each day you're matched one-on-one with another trader. Highest end of day account balance wins. And apparently you can join for free.
There's always something alluring about the chance to win $1 million or whatever the prize is. I don't even know.
$1 million.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's a total prize pool. I'm not sure. I think the top prize was 20,000 or 200,000. I mean.
Okay. Well, it's alluring to want to win that money. And then then I just remember the odds. And I mean, especially for like, I don't even know what you'd have to do. I feel like you'd have to just pop on a mini and then hope it goes one way or the other for 5 days. I don't know.
Pulls back here. Got back up to 506, which was just 5 points above my stop on that other trade that I was trying.
There. I will jump in a gold for the second, well, hopefully second push here. I'm glad you guys just got to see me spam like, I don't even know. I could not get my limit on the right number, so I just held it for like a minute.
Feels like it doesn't want to go. I feel like we were here yesterday where not this price level, obviously, but I mean where it doesn't want to go higher, it doesn't want to go lower.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Kind of drifting downward. New. Bounces right back up. Shot down 66 to 53, then bounced right back up. Seems more like a scalper's paradise again today. Spending most of our trades living in a scalper's paradise. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Yeah, definitely looks like I hit a bit of a wall here, and it's finally kind of bumping down a little bit.
Boom! 34 points on that eval. Well, that was on a
Awesome.
regular mini as well.
Super awesome.
Still falling. So I totally screwed up on that orb trade I was in. I thought I was only in on MIGHTYOX, and I ended up being in on all my funded somehow. And I don't know exactly where I went wrong on that, but I can't. So I ended up taking almost $100 loss on every account.
Dang.
That's frustrating. I see why. No? I had no idea why that happened. Oh, I see why that happened. Okay.
Oil seems to
Ooh.
be deciding where it's going. Gold, wow, gold almost stopped me out on that. I didn't even notice, but it got real close. And then it's back to my entry, so I'm glad it didn't stop me out. And popping right back up on NQ. Crude starts giving back a little bit again. After hit 97.33. Wow. Hit 97.33 and it's already back down 100 ticks. And Q's running. Jeez.
IQ's bounced 100 points. Purple candle trying to come back down.
I think oil made a new New York low. Barely. Or matched it. Either way, it's coming down.
Netanyahu holding talks with U.S. officials to better understand Iran negotiations.
If gold doesn't clear 23 here, I'm probably going to close out.
It's trying. There's 23.
All right.
You can't see your ace? Can you see everybody else? She just said hi.
Tightened up my trail, or I'm doing a trail because I can't hold a trade all the way to the end. I guess. I don't know. There. So stopped out on my trail stop, which I'm happy with. It's kind of at a point of resistance or support either way. And it still very well still could go up, but it was a spot I was going to watch anyway. And it kind of just sat there too long for my liking. So I got out.
Crude with some velocity to easy for me to say. Velocity to the downside. And there's NQ popping back up toward 500.
I think my original target on gold was 47.26, so should have held. When will I learn? I don't know.
Yeah, oh, whoosh. Falling pretty quick here all of a sudden. Dow just shot up. Dow just hit 50,000. Apparently, it was there overnight, and I didn't realize it, but it's back above it. It looks like it hit 50,063 overnight.
There should be a lot of memes today, probably.
Tries to bounce here a little bit. It was a nice bounce. How are we doing, guys? We're at green somewhere in between. Tries to pop up again. Not a good idea to take it into the 9. Not sure why I keep trying it. And of course, now it bounces once I jump out.
Order filled. Order filled.
Took a 20-point trade on one individual Apex eval. It's the one that, not eval, funded account. It's the one that was like, it's in critical care and drawdown wise. So I haven't been trading it, and I just logged into my Apex dashboard and I noticed that I haven't traded it so far enough that it's going toward inactivity. So I just took it on one and ended up working out. Nice $40 trade there. Now I wish I'd taken on them all of them. Crude, gold does come down here. Crude's kind of sideways. Kind of sideways if you're looking at the 5-minute chart on NQ, but I'm going to show you guys another thing I've noticed. Now, I've not tested this with Claude only because I haven't figured out exactly how to prompt it to test it with Claude. You go to a 5-minute chart. It works on the 1 too. Now you see I have these shaded areas. I have the blue shaded area, the brown shaded area. Blue is when it extends, the price extends further away from the 9 EMA and then the ATR value. The brown shaded area is when a candle is touching the 9. But look at when it's not shaded, these different spots. So just start here. Look here. When you look for, and then you see a reversal candle, or I should say, it shouldn't even say an opposite candle. Coming down here, no shading, green candle pops up. Now, terrible wick there, but that was also the open, so that's kind of not as valid. Red candle here with no shade, and it shot down 50 points. Now, it bounced, but it shot down 50 points. Another red candle here, no shade, above the 9. Shot down for 50 points. Another red candle here, no shade, shot down 60 points. Green candle here, no shade, popped up, green. So basically, now here it didn't work, but here you see no shade. Now this is also a single bell situation or a double bell. But even here, look at here, you had green, red candle, down. That doesn't always work. And you basically, the first target should be the 9. So here it did touch the 9, which was a 10-point play, and then bounced. Now this is a strong trend. This is one of the few spots that really But I mean, it did give at least a small win each time if you were scalping. But, here, down, back up, back up. This one wasn't a red candle, but it's big wick, no body, down, back up. So I got to test this how often this works exactly, but I'm just not sure the right prompt to put in to be testing that theory, because I manually back tested for a few days, and it's looking good. I'll say this, USC, and this doesn't go for either side of the aisle. And a president is only going to be in that house a maximum of 8 years. It should take congressional approval for any president to make huge changes to any part of the White House or the grounds. There's nothing wrong with the president putting his, small touches on it, whatever. But anything major should have to go through congressional approval, because that house has such a history to it. And I would say that for any president, Democrat, Republican, whatever.
I mean, you could go so far as to say it requires a vote of the people. I mean, because it is the people's house, technically. But no, I feel like we're a republic, so having Congress do it is the same thing, basically, in our system. But I think that makes sense. Plus, we know how much it costs to do any type of construction anywhere. So.
I want to point out on that what I just talked about, not the ballroom, the setup, works on the 1 minute too. So here you see the last few unshaded areas on the 1 minute. We got the purple candle here, blue candle there, green candle there. Now, there it was still going up, and you had the quick flush. But then you got another green candle, and up and away. And if you get, the other thing is what I figured out is that, say I take along here, I should still feel safe here because it's above the 9 and touching the 9. This could even still be an entry most of the time. And then once it starts going to non-shaded, I can decide if that's where I want to get out. Because it usually, or I can just get out in the first opposite candle. You see how this opposite candle led to this beautiful move down. It also had single bells. So, look at here again. Boom. So let's say I'd taken this long because it crossed the 9. Stayed in here. Little red candle here. That wasn't that big of a deal. Blue candle here outside of the shading. Not sure why it was outside of the shading because it looks like the wick. Either way. And then we get the reversal candle here, not in shading, floating well above the 9 down. Even here it worked. Doesn't look like it worked, but it worked because this one stopped it out by going to the top wick and down. There, that one. Well, I mean, it did come down to the 9, which was like 10 points. So I need to study that more. 1 and the 5. The problem I'm having now with the 5-minute chart, I want to switch to the 5, but at this point, the stops are often so big that I don't want to risk that much right now because I'm on a losing streak for some reason on my fundeds. The last 4 days now, red. So I'm going backwards, and obviously I don't want to keep going backwards. I need a day where I at least start in the green, and then I can feel comfortable at least if if I lose, I go back down to 0 or whatever. So, but if I'm starting off with a trade that's I'm going to risk $80, I'm kind of freaking out that I ended up taking that trade accidentally, and I'm down $93. I have to go in and look at how much drawdown I have left in all my accounts. I'm probably still plenty safe, but I need to make sure. But the 5-minute chart, the 1-minute chart offers me, I could do quick hits still, and without risking too much. I still think the 5 minutes is the way to go, but now I feel feel more comfortable if I had nanos to trade.
You could grab a bigger eval. Like, it'll take years to pass on 1 micro if you needed to get like 6 or 9,000, but you could at least mess around with the drawdown.
Yeah. See, like there, I should have taken that short right there. It was a double bell. It was outside of the blue. Now, I do need to give Claude credit for me first noticing this whole situation where nothing is shaded, because when I was testing these blue shaded areas with Claude, it actually misunderstood me and thought that the reversal candle could not still be in the shading. And then when I told it that it could be any reversal candle, whether it's in the shading or not, the win rate got a lot worse. So it actually showed me that the reversal candle being outside of the shaded area is what was a better win rate, and thus I started looking at that in a even more. Okay, SK, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry that happened. And it is, a very negative event. What I hope you learn from it, remember, any bad thing you can find positive in if you learn from it. And I think what you can learn from this is that's way too big of a risk to be putting on one of these prop accounts. 2,700 is just too big of a risk. These accounts, don't have that much drawdown, and you need to be smaller sized. Definitely don't give up. I want to see you continue, and I want to see you thrive. You have skills. You've proven that by the things by the things you say on the Discord. You can't go for those huge amounts with the huge stop losses while you're still building that account and trying to get the consistency down. And Q pushing up hard here as crew pushes down. Is that account blown now, SK? No more than 1 or 2 micros. Take your trades and try and build it back up. Who was that account with? You're going to need to go slow and steady. You can't try and rush it to save it. And you probably should not trade anymore today. Your mood's already sour. You could be, not even realizing it, but trying to revenge trade or trying to get too much back at once. You should just let it go for today. Get your mind clear, do something else away from the screens, and come back fresh tomorrow. And again, no more than, let's see, $400 in drawdown. On 1 micro, that's 200 points. On 2 micros, that's, 1 micro, that's 200 points. Yeah. So on 2 micros, that's 100 points of drawdown left. So no more than 2 micros. And your stop, in my opinion, should be no more than, say, 25 points. I mean, I don't know what your win rate is. So you should probably look for quick hits to try and build that balance back up some. Quick scalps versus those, that long trade that you must have been in to take that loss. And, but obviously if your strategy is long trades, if that's your strategy, don't go against what you normally do, what you've found success with. But just be cognizant of your drawdown and size appropriately. If you need 100 points of drawdown, 1 micro. You're very welcome. Still rising here. We're now we're back to being less than 100 points from our overnight, aka all-time high. I forgot about crude oil inventories. Apparently, that what caused crude to move down more. Let me look. Oh wait,
Yep.
we got a bunch
Popped
of
and dropped.
we got a bunch of red headlines here. Iran war is a good chance of ending. It feels U.S. closing in on a deal with Iran. Unlikely to send Wyckoff and Kushner for talks. It's possible Iran deal reach before the China visit. So that's why we're seeing this pop up here. Trump says if no Iran deal is reached, we revert to previous approach.
I was trying to find. He's okay. Trump's just on the phone with PBS, and I'm just like, okay, interesting person to call. But it is news.
Still trying to rise here. Just kind of topped out about 5:30. About 10 minutes from the top of the hour, 40 minutes from London close. Getting a big old purple candle on gold right now. Gold trade would work for at least 2 points so far if I had taken that purple. We're still, I mean, we're kind of leveling out here on NQ. Did give me a blue shaded area of the 5. Now I'm out of the shading again. Which, by everything I just said, means I should get ready to go short, but it's got 3 minutes on it.
I think it's odd because like ES has already gone over its overnight high, but NQ is still a ways away.
Yeah. Yesterday we were wondering if ES was going to get back to 7,300, and here it's sitting at 7,370.
Will we see 74? I mean, I remember trying to get like a single point move or a 2-point move on ES was huge. Like that was a lot because it was slower. But now people, I mean, now you could easily go for 10 points on ES and get it within 5 minutes, which is kind of wild.
There's NQ Foshin. Hey, Amar, how you doing? Yay. Slight move down, purple candle, no shading on the 5. That bounces back up. And we just got up to 552. Pushing up. Oil back under 95.
Seems like it might want to fall farther too.
The founder of CNN and former owner of the Atlanta Braves, Ted Turner, has passed away. Yes, that too, USC. I got short on eval because I have no confidence right now.
I don't know. I think the biggest testimony here is that you do have, like, what'd you say, the last 4 days were red on your fundeds, but you still have them.
Yeah.
A lot of people couldn't go 4 days red without blowing the whole account. Like, it's a good place to be.
Connection lost.
Now that considered a small yacht, USC, Jeff Bezos is trying to sell his $500 million yacht. Looks like this bounced here. God, I didn't have confidence in it for the funded. Gold will also try to come down here. Now, overnight, the headline was a one-page memo to end the war. Now the headline is Iran and U.S. move closer to one-page memo to restart talks. Expecting the next headline to be Iran and U.S. move closer to an agreement to wave to each other from the opposite sides of the Strait of Hormuz. Reminder this Friday, doing an overnight stream, 2:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we pop right back up.
Seems like it's been a good day for those buy the dip traders.
Yeah.
Kind of just curious how you know it's a dip or like when the dip is done. I've always been lost on that part. Don't worry, Emma, I'll put it in the whole Discord for everybody. I feel like it's just one of those things, like buy the dip or really any strategy. When you're looking back, it makes sense. Like when you're looking at the previous chart, it makes perfect sense. You see where you'd enter, you see where you'd close. But like when it's in real time, I don't know that that next candle is going up. So I really don't know if this red candle is the bottom of the dip or not. And so it's things like that where I'm like, that's just where some of the YouTube gurus get it a little, well, I mean, they make a lot of money off of it really because it does look good on paper and it looks easy on paper. But in reality, it's tough. Executing trades is tough, psychology is tough, and just knowing exactly what you're looking for isn't necessarily laid out by a YouTube video anyway. So I got stuck strategy hopping a lot, I think partially because of that, because I would see a strategy and be like, wow, that works so great. And then I'd go to try it and I was like, I don't really know what I'm looking for. And then I'd just hop on another one, get the same thing.
That was a quick move down. Quick move up on oil.
And gold coming back.
All right. Do we have news?
Connection lost.
I've heard.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I guess not that big. Thought I was looking at the 5-minute chart. Looking at the 1-minute chart, so not as big as I thought it was. But still, that was a quick move.
Yeah.
Hey, Crypticon. Nope, responding to a business deal. And there's a bounce. I love to do that, MR. Okay, guys, now I'm going to talk politics. Trump is finally gone too far, attacking my brethren. Headline: Trump administration moves to push bison off Montana land. I must stand with my bovine colleagues.
That's such a weird thing to want, I guess. But like, yeah, man, can't mess with the bison. I feel like they just got back to now they've been around for a while, but like we already moved them around.
Oh, free funded accounts. Yeah, correct. I'll get those deals rolling soon. They'll throw in a free $3,000 right away with you too. Yep, and I'll have Ace as my running mate. We'll campaign on the 2 points a day can feed a family slogan. Pushing up here. I had the session overnight high, all-time high 634. Just hit 566. My promise to the American people is that when I'm ready to make a move that's going to move the market, I will let you know ahead of time so you can get in on a trade first. We want 600 here as we head toward London close in 10 minutes. Hold back here. Nope, back up. Hits 580. Yeah, it does look like NQ loves the war. And ES, for that matter, too. I mean, in a sad way, war is often good for the economy. It gets, you know, people have to make more munitions. And I mean, we don't have a draft anymore. So, but back when there was a draft, it tightened up the labor market. I mean, I know at least some analysts that think that the Great Depression really came to an end because of World War II and how tight the labor market was and how busy factories ended up being making stuff for the war effort.
Connection lost.
OPEC output fell to a new 36-year low in April. I don't know if I like the sounds of this. Iranian's parliament speaker Galbraith says Iranians abroad can be one of the biggest pillars in defeating the enemy and can force officials to utilize their capacities to help Iran. Yeah, I mean you're right, Mr. I mean you know, I'm not real good on the whole economic how things work, so and then Q bounced right back up. I mean, I just know that we came out of the Depression as World War II, as as we were getting into World War II, and then the 1950s, of course, is considered one of the most prosperous times in America, which led to the baby boom, of course, and all that. So I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I've never looked at the economics of it, but I mean, I've read a little bit here and there about what people have said, but I have no idea. I am not an economist, and I do not play one on TV. I mean, somehow the whole world is in debt, Emma. I mean, for the entire globe, and when you think about it, who are we in debt to? Martians? But for the entire globe, total global debt exceeds 235% of the world's GDP.
Wow. Makes me feel better about my debt. Not really.
Well, that's the thing. We should be allowed to do exactly what the governments can do. Just keep letting it go. Without worrying about our credit scores or not being able to get more debt, or we should be allowed to print some money here and there. And Q not wanting to die here. See you, Jay. Oh, it is past. I didn't even realize what time it was. All right. We have reached the end of our time together today, 2 minutes ago. Hope everyone has yourselves a great rest of your day. And we'll be back tomorrow to hopefully have a green day, which would be unusual. Have a great one, everybody. Bye.